For the 100% cheapest coins on the internet with reliable delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor MMOEXP by clicking the link at the top of the description and use code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Socials and family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden video on the channel, and in today's video we have some massive Madden 22 news. Now EA just revealed a huge change to the Madden 22 auction block. I want to talk about that in today's video, and honestly I'm not a huge fan of the change. Let's explain all that in today's content. Now before we get into that, if you do enjoy the video here today, I'm going to be revealing a whole bunch of other Madden 22 news before the game ends up releasing in August, so hit that subscribe button if you do like the video and leave a like down below. I would greatly appreciate it. Honestly, you probably didn't like the video after I said that, but hey, just scroll down and leave a like one time for me. Alright, so here is the Gridiron post, or kind of just the community post that revealed everything that is going to be changed on the auction block in Madden 22. Let's explain what this is and then talk about how this is actually going to affect the game. Now on MUT 22, there are 3 new pieces of information, or actually limitations, that are going to be on the auction screen when you go to sell a player. Those are going to be economic information, recent sales, and price ranges. Now let's explain these 3 aspects and talk about how they're going to actually affect the market with regards to coin making methods and sniping. So the first category is recent sales, and you guys will see a photo or a more high definition photo on the screen right now, and this is a really simple category. It's literally just going to show you the 5 most recent sales to give you a bit more of a guide with regards to pricing, and ideally kind of understand the price that a card is going for without needing to click L1 and filter onto the player's name. So I think this is a good addition to the game, but again, we're going to go in depth into all these features a little bit later and talk about my analysis on them, but recent sales, it seems like a good addition. Now the next piece of information is the economic information. This shows you the lowest buy now price, the median price, and the amount of current available cards. Again, just giving you more information with regards to how much your card is going for to make sure that you're not posting it up for a super good deal. Now finally we come to price ranges, and this is by far the most controversial part of this entire addition to the game. If they just did the economic information and the recent sales and stopped right there, I think everyone would be happy, because it would be making sure that the newer players to the game, or really anyone that plays the game, can either save time and make sure you're selling your cards for the right price. But the price range, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because essentially what this is a range from EA Sports for how much you can sell the card for. There's a minimum and a maximum. Now the minimum and the maximum are both gonna have major effects on the game. Let's talk about that right here. Okay, so let's talk about price ranges. In the background, if you guys want, you can read through some of the article. I'll probably highlight some of the key points in just a second, but price ranges, the minimum and the maximum price range, is gonna have a very impactful point in the game. So starting it off with the minimum price range right here, the minimum price range mainly has an effect on sniping. Now we don't know how big the range is going to be. We don't know whether the range is really big. If the range is big enough, then this isn't going to have a major effect on the game, but if the range gets a little bit tighter and a little bit smaller, then this could really have a drastic impact on Madden. Now sniping, it's a huge part in just making coins or actually doing sets profitably. So if these price ranges have a major effect on the minimum price that you can put your card up for, then it's going to be a lot more challenging to snipe cards, either for sets or for actually just sniping cards. Now I know a lot of people, when they saw this, they were like, you know what, I actually don't snipe on the auction block that much and just resell my players, so this isn't going to affect me a whole ton. But one underrated thing to note is that basically every single coin making method in Madden requires you to snipe on the auction block for a little bit. Now whether that be just getting like 85 overall players or 90 overall cards to go into a set, you're always sniping and trying to find a good deal and then kind of rolling those cards through a set to make some coins. So if these minimum prices make it so that you can't make coins through sets, that would be really unfortunate. I don't think EA is going to do that. I don't think they want us to absolutely hate their game and only make coins by buying packs as well as doing solo challenges, but you never know. If these price ranges get too small, then they could really have a drastic impact on the game, and again, if they are really small, then they're going to have an effect on sniping. Now the maximum price range isn't going to have a major effect on all that much other than coin buying and selling. Again, for the purposes of me hopefully going full-time on YouTube in a year, I'm hopeful that these don't affect coin selling all that much. I'm sure there'll be a workaround, but just wanted to mention that right there. Okay, so let's continue to get more information about the price range. As you guys can see in the article right here that we've got up on the screen, the price range will be determined by current market prices, and the upper price range will be well above the median. So hopefully that doesn't affect coin selling too much. And again, these price ranges, they're going to update dynamically. So I'm assuming that EA is kind of just going to gather data on maybe the last like 500 sales or something like that, and then come up with the medium and the minimum as well as the maximum. And this is going to change naturally as more and more sales come, because there's more and more data for EA to work off of. And then a bit more information, obviously obviously price ranges are on every single card that you're going to be selling, and it seems like EA is just using that median price range. So I guess like the middle price, I kind of forget what median means. Back in grade 7, median, mead, mode, I remember that I learned those, but I don't remember what the median is. But they're going to be working off of that kind of middle price point to ensure that the minimum and the maximum are set. And then in case you guys were curious, here's the FAQ, which should give you a little bit more information and clear up all of your guys' questions. So what are my final thoughts and my final take on this? Well, in my opinion, I think that they did a good job with giving all that information, the recent sales and the economic information. Now, the price ranges, in particular, that minimum price range, that one's a little bit of a sticking point for me. I don't know if I love the change because of that. Now, it depends on how they do them. If they do the minimum price range and they give you a whole ton of range, it's not going to affect the game that much. All that's going to really do is eliminate those crazy snipes. But let's say we're trying to do a coin making method and we need to get our players at a solid deal, like not even a great deal, just like a solid deal, and you're not able to do that because of the fact that there's price ranges in the game. Well, then that would absolutely suck. Okay, so here's an example to talk about how price ranges could be really, really bad for the game. Let's say, for example, there's a card that you can sell for 110k, which gives you 100k after tax. And to do that set, you need 4 players that are selling for around 27 to 25k. Well, to do that set profitably, ideally you'd want to find these cards for around 20,000 coins. But if there's a price range in there that really only allows you to sell the players for like 23 or 24k, then it's almost impossible to do that coin making method. Now, I'm assuming that the range is going to be calculated on a percentage basis for the minimum. So let's say that EA only allows you to sell your cards for like 20% less than the median, and then it would be really, really hard to do coin making methods. But if they allow you to go down all the way to like 50%, then you're totally fine. Again, going back to our example right there, if they allow you to go to 50%, you can sell your cards for around 10k or 15k, which allows you to find those snipes. But if they only allow you to go like 10% or like 20%, then it gets a little bit more challenging because that median price of around 25k gets cut only down to 22.5 or to around 20,000 coins. So we'll see how EA does this, and hopefully they don't absolutely ruin the auction block, because in my opinion, the auction block is a great part of MUT. If you compare it to like 2K, it is just infinitely better. I know the MLB one is pretty good as well, but comparing Madden's auction house to other ones, I think they had a really, really good thing going, and hopefully they didn't ruin it with this massive change. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I do reply to every single comment down there, and until next time, I am out. Peace. Social